Put
You
the,
got rid of the insert with little animals in it.
With this little graphic card.
Man.
Oh, it's killing me.
You're
It's killing me.
a fun killer.
Hey, Board Gamers, BJ from Board Game Gumbo here.
BJ Bell.
Jay Bell's penultimate
I
experience.
I'll pretend I know what that word means.
That means the second to last one.
Then
right?
yeah.
The one right before the end.
That's the one.
For a while, this might be Jay, so let's enjoy it. We're here on Board Game Gumbo in the Gumbo pot. We've got some games to play, but we're waiting on Jared. But I thought since we have you, we could get some of your thoughts for the second to last time.
These are the games that you should play while I'm gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get a list on that. Yeah. And then you know what we might do? I was talking to the name father. We might get Gumbo Live going again. And so you could maybe join. We'll just have to keep you up pretty late.
Yeah, I can probably make that work like once or twice a month.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
So I did a post this week, and what I did is, in our private SoBo Discord, we got a list of all the games that were played at Southern Board Game Fest 2022. Shout out to everybody that came, by the way.
It was fun. It was fun.
Still talking about it. Jay, did anything jump out at you about the games? I separated them into two lists. So the play-to-wins, they are what they are. But what about the games that weren't play-to-wins? These are just the top 11 games that were played at SoBo. Did anyone else catch your eye?
Before I go into the list, I'm going to give my honorable mention.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean, I don't expect that this would have been one of the top played games, but that game of Captain Sonar that we played was that was my first time ever playing, and it was just so much fun.
It did not make the top 20.
Yeah.
But it did make the played games list. It had a few plays, a few checkouts. But, that was so good. Yeah. I told Mitchell that was my highlight of the con. It really was. Yeah.
It was just ridiculous fun with a bunch of friends, and that's why I like playing games.
Yes, at a convention. Look, you and I, we play a lot of 2-player, 3-player, 4-player games. How often do you get a chance to play a 8-player game that feels like a movie, right?
Yeah,
it's so cinematic.
Yeah, I was thinking about it because you and I had the same role. We were like the not a navigator, but we were
the radio operator.
The radio operator, yeah. It was fun. I like that kind of puzzle-y thing.
And they set it up intentionally so to where the captains are just far enough away from me and you that we're struggling to hear what the captains are saying. We get the crosstalk between Sagan's big booming voice and Marshall's little, "Hey Jay, this is what we're gonna do," type of thing. So that made it pretty rough. But that is a good honorable mention. Not listed, so I'll give a caveat or honorable mention. Not listed are all the games that were, and some of them brand new, that were in our Gateway and Filler Games group. So that was one thing I struggled with because those weren't being checked out. Hey, there's Jared checking in. What are we playing first? We're going to open up Squid Ink, and then we'll probably play Tenpenny Parks. And if you've gotten there, then we'll jump into Brew whenever you get here.
Yeah.
So that is a caveat because games like Seven Wonders Architects, right? Camelot Second Edition, maybe even Mandala because it's a 2-player game. What else was over there at the Gateway game? There was a lot.
Cascadia,
Libertalia. All of those games would have been, don't you think, checked out pretty frequently?
I've played Cascadia before. We played Libertalia. I saw people playing Mandala Stones, which I've never played, and I was very intrigued. Yeah. Or Mandala, and I was just like, this looks like something I need to play, but I had limited time. But
so that list doesn't include those. So understand that our list may not be the entirely Gateway or family-friendly hot list because any one of those games would have made, to me, they'd probably been checked out pretty frequently.
Yeah.
But anything jump out at you out of the top 11?
Yeah, actually, the first one, Century Golem Edition.
Yeah.
So I got to play that with a couple of people who I'd never played games before with at SoBo. Sagan taught it to us. And
because you actually got to play it then.
Yeah, I got to play it. He pulled me over because they needed another player, and we started playing, and I was like, this is great. I like this little game, resource management, getting your cards to build up your... Original? No. Okay. No. This was my first dive into that world, and I really liked it.
Have you played Splendor?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of that Splendor Plus, right? Supposedly a little bit more theme.
It was interesting how you had to get the exact stones, and cards gave you specific stones. You couldn't go in between, and
then somebody would take the one that you wanted just as you're building up your engine for.
It's a really careful kind of race.
Yeah. So Jared mentioned So Clover and Libertalia. That's absolutely. So Clover would have been checked out.
That's another one I didn't get the chance to play.
Right over there.
Okay.
I have it right over there. Well, I got the Cajun copy called Seaux.
Yeah. Is it in black ink?
It is in black ink. He liked the Century New World, which you did not get a chance to play.
Okay.
Out of the three, that's probably my favorite one, is the Century New World.
So there's Golem Edition, New World, and just...
No, there's Century Spice Road and the Golem Edition.
Okay.
And then the second one is called Eastern Wonders. It's more of a pick up and deliver type game.
Okay.
It's pick up and deliver while you're still doing the engine building. So it's an interesting mix. I preferred it for a while, and then I played Century New World with Jared and Jack and Stephanie. I was like, man, this is really good. I enjoyed it. So it's a fun one.
Cool.
Anything else jump out at you? I'm glad you got to play the number one game. I guess because of you.
Yeah, it just
one.
happened. It just happened. What else?
Anything else jump out at you?
I played Santorini before. It's fun chess with minis. You know, I like it. Seven Wonders Duel is one that I've played on BGA. I've never played it in person, but I really like that head-to-head kind of like, you know, running that engine in the right way.
But if not, I have it over there in my little 2-player shelf. So
yeah.
I can't remember if I sold it.
I've played Reef before. It's nice and tactile.
I love Reef. It's like playing a bunch of toys. Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, there's hot names on here like Codenames Duets, Sagrada. Mysterium is one that Kristen really loves.
Okay.
So we play that whenever we're with like a party group of friends.
Sort of like Captain Sonar, where to me it's much better with a big group of friends.
Yeah. It is kind of similar because you're working together, but then there's still a winner, Yeah, I really like that.
Captains of the Gulf. I actually didn't when I first did the blog post. I was revising it last night. I know you haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
But I had to revise it.
Tomorrow.
I didn't have it in the top 11, and then I noticed that we have 2 copies in the library, and they were in 2 different spots. So I was like, wait a minute, I got to count them up together. And when I counted them up together, it made the top 10.
Yeah.
It actually made the top 6 or 7. So yeah, Captains of the Gulf.
I got to watch some people play Hanamagoji.
That is, if you haven't played it, no?
I haven't played it, no.
Oh, Joe.
I've seen it. I've seen it done, and I was like, okay, this is nice.
Like if I had to sit there and if I had to design a J game, that would be the J game.
It's
small box,
very
colorful art.
Yeah.
And that, what do you call that mechanic in Spotlight? That the Vizzini, that's what I call it, the Vizzini.
Yeah, you gotta know when
what is he thinking? Does he know what I'm thinking, or does he think I know what he's thinking? So he's going to do something different. Oh my God, she's going to play this card, but does she know that I'm going to play this in response?
Yep.
That's Hanamagoji to the max.
Yeah. I got to see people going through that mental.
The Name Father's checking in. What's up, Steve? He says Santorini and Seven Wonders Duel are great. So if you haven't seen the list, we're talking about the Southern Board Game Top Games list. Go to a website, a very interesting website called BoardGameGumbo.com. I don't know if you've seen it before, Jay, but go to BoardGameGumbo.com. It's the blog post I posted today. It's my recap of all the games. Jay and I were in a Discord meeting with the SoBo people, and they provided us a list of all the games that were... What was that? The powder effect? Oh, yeah, exactly. Have you heard the story or not? That Carlos is telling?
No.
I don't know if that's what Steve's referencing, but Mitchell and Carlos did their Beans and Dice podcast episode.
I was listening to whatever, but go ahead.
They are really, from where they started, they've got this thing going together.
Nice.
They have a good mixture together. They have a good rapport. And Carlos was talking about getting beignets in New Orleans, and he ate the 3 beignets, and he's like, I looked inside the bag, and I'm like, what do I do with all this cocaine dust in there? Like, there's a half inch of sugar in there, and he's right. You know what he said he was going to do? It's like, I figured, what do New Orleanians do? You just flip your head back and dump the whole bag in. Like, no, that would be the worst idea. I don't know if that's what
I don't know, man. I would have done it too.
Yeah.
I probably would have done the same thing.
Anything else stood out? So I thought this was a good list, although some of the games come back to 2017, which kind of surprised me. Fox in the Forest and Sagrada. I thought they were getting along in the tooth, but they're not.
I have Sagrada and Fox in the Forest. I don't play them as much because I don't have enough time to play games, but I always hear great things about them, so I'm not surprised. And they're easy to access. Like, you can put those games on a table and just get straight into it,
This list tells me, so we know if you look at our, what are we calling it now, guided playthroughs, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at our guided playthroughs, you're going to see a whole list of games that are some of the hottest games that have just come out, right? Games people want to play. At the same time, if you are just getting into the hobby, come to SoBo. We are as friendly of a convention as you can. I think at least that we kind of walk that line and we do it successfully between getting new people to come, and we've got a whole section of games that are just sitting there waiting for you, and friendly people everywhere. Carlos kept talking about how friendly the people were at the convention, and that's what we strive for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if there's something you want to play that's some kind of big game,
like Captain Sonar.
Like Captain Sonar, right. You're going to get it. What is he saying now? Oh, yeah, trying to outthink the other person. That's that Princess Bride. I said Vizzini, but it's the
You should put it on Board Game Geek, the Princess Bride mechanic.
The Princess Bride mechanic. Well, Spotlight has it in spades. And Carlos talked about that in the thing. Are you familiar with The Princess Bride? Have you seen that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of The Princess Bride.
That is a good one. All right, so that covers all of those. But there was a game that you said that you're kind of looking forward to playing that maybe you're going to bring with you on your big trip?
Maybe so.
Because you told me you're only bringing a handful of games.
I know. Right? I don't want to bring too many because I'm sure I'm going to pick up more when I spend the rest of the year in the United Kingdom. So I won't be around in the Gum pot for a while. But
Namefather lives in New York, or thereabouts, and in his apartment, he is limited to what he can have on his shelf.
Yeah.
There's a true limit. But you're really taking that to extreme. You're like Marie Kondo in this, right?
I got a check bag, just a big giant check bag that I can fit stuff into.
Ronald's checking in. And he saw some bunnies chasing each other in the backyard. Are you playing Bunny Kingdom? Is that what it is, Ronald?
Oh my gosh.
So cute. That is awesome. I don't have any bunnies in my backyard.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe
Not
in
anymore,
London you'll have some, though.
I'm sure.
And it's not exactly London you're going to.
No,
that's what we're using as shorthand.
Yeah,
but.
I mean, it's not far from there.
How are you going to determine which games to bring and not to bring out of your collection?
It was a pretty easy choice. It's what games will Kristen play with me and are not big box. So really I'm looking at like Fox and the Forest size games, something small, but something that works at two.
Ronald says he's got all kind of animals back there. Bunnies, squirrels, coyotes. Wow,
That's crazy.
He's in the land of the rising sun up there in Minnesota, or the all-day sun. I forget what Minnesota's called, but okay. Well, Steve, I think Steve's played this before. Hanamakoji is a very small box, and I think you can get a lot of mileage out of it. That is a game. The last time I played it, we played it 3 or 4 times back to back.
Okay.
Because each time we played, it's like, okay, now I know what Kristen did. Let me see if I can counter that this time,
Yeah.
No, he has not played Hanamakoji. He says Button Shy is your friend, though.
That's true. I have one Button Shy game, so I need to expand that out.
Ronald, Jay's leading us for a while with his new job, and he's got a limit on what games he could bring. One of the criteria is small box, and also games that he and Kristen could play.
Something that works really well at 2 players.
So if you have some suggestions... It's got some unique mechanisms, he says. Lost Cities, of course.
We could try Lost Cities.
Jaipur.
I haven't played that one yet.
Oh, man. Maybe tonight.
Okay.
I've got a copy here. All right, what was that one that you're looking forward to that you might be bringing with you?
So I just got Canvassing, and I got the Reflection expansion as well.
This is about boating? Is that what it is, Canvas? No?
It's about making paintings.
Oh, paintings. Okay,
yes.
Got it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
And it's on these clear cards, so you're like layering your painting to like build this scoring sort of set collection thing, and I haven't opened it yet.
Like
just
with the clear mechanic thing? The clear card mechanics?
Yeah.
Where
they stack together.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Like glow and...
Yeah.
Is it glow? Gloom.
Yeah, like Gloom.
Okay.
Or
Mystic
the other
Veil.
one? Yeah, Mystic Veil.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about bringing that one. It's a little above the box size criteria, but I'm really thinking about bringing that one because I'm really excited, and I can just like hang it on my wall because there's like a hole in the back because the box is like a real canvas.
Well, Steve says put boxes in boxes. So is there a way that do you need the canvas box to actually play the game then?
No, you don't need the box. I thought about boxing boxes as well, but
You don't put 3 or 4 games in one box. Hanamakoji is basically the Ursula the Sea Witch of games. Because it says life is full of tough choices, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. I'm not that familiar with Little Mermaid.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Yeah, that's not one of my favorites.
Life's full of tough choices, isn't it? You have to say, isn't it?
Isn't it?
So he says, remove the inserts, bag everything, and bring Target.
But like, then I gotta spend 9 months without inserts, and I don't know if that's a step. Like, I don't know if that's a positive step.
You're a big fan of inserts, really?
I like organization. I
I
do.
dumped a few of mine and just went all baggies.
Shame.
Well, it says when you go to cons, he says when I go to cons, I like to play Walking in Verano with BJ. Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate that. He also says I take stuff out of the boxes and put like 4 games in one small box. He's making sense.
If only I had the diligence to not let that drive me crazy.
So there's a thing called a quiver. Are you familiar with that?
A quiver.
Yeah, like there's a...
For arrows?
Exactly. So it's a long zipper pouch that you can store card-based games in. So your Star Realms, Jaipur, you bring a separate bag for all the little tokens, but you put all of the different games inside it, and it keeps them separate, so you can open up the pouch and put anywhere between 6 and 20 games. You might want to just research that. Look,
I'll check it out.
Belly says, "Yep, you got to get the quiver." You know, Belly, he's never played Silver, so
No, I have played Silver Amulet.
oh, I'm wrong.
I haven't played Coin or Bullet or Dagger.
Is that something that Kristen likes? I don't know if it's really good at 2-player.
It's too punchy for Kristen.
Oh, it is kind of punchy.
It's too punchy for Kristen.
Now, Hannah McCogy, oh man, like Spotlight. Well, I mean, it's like Spotlight. You can't say Spotlight's not punchy.
Yeah, it is. She likes it, and she does like Spotlight. And Hannah McCogy has art that I think she'll love.
He says, Ronald says, it sounds like you'd like to keep all of your games in the original pack. That's where he's a graphic designer. He doesn't want to mess with any of that stuff, man.
Like, someone took the time to make that box perfect for that game. I feel so bad to just like, no, I'm just gonna just mutilate your game for a little bit.
Hey, thanks for checking in, Table Talk Reviews. First time chatting. Appreciate it. He's talking. I'm the same way even when I hate the terrible inserts. So I get rid of those. Those little X inserts that don't fit, I get rid of them. The one that killed me is I love Imperial Settlers. And the only way to say it is that Ignacy kind of doodled inside the inserts with little cows and little animals. I felt so bad getting rid of it. But I mean, if I wanted to put
rid of the insert with little animals in it.
With this little graphic art. Oh, it's killing me.
You're
it's killing me.
Fun killer.